Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 AFL Draft Full Wrap video. On this video, I'll be going through club by club, everyone's pick in the national preseason and rookie drafts. I go through club by club and grade them all out of 10, who I feel has done the best so far. Now, please remember to subscribe if you haven't already and smash the like button. We'll greatly appreciate it. This is my 5th video that I am recording today. I've done 3 interviews today. Did this AFLW show and now this video. So a lot of content for you guys, and there's more to come in the coming days and weeks ahead. See, no rest for the weary, they say. Anyway, let's get through. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get right to it. But what I want to start off with here is just briefly, the rookie draft and preseason drafts have just finished. Let me just skim through some of the names there, and then I'll mention these names again when I go through club by club. So 3 picks in the preseason draft. You generally see a lot of redrafted players. You saw Hawthorn relist Chad Wingard, Gold Coast relist Sam Day, but the Saints selected former Port Adelaide halfback wingman, the 96-game veteran Riley Bonner, who's got a booming left foot kick. He can play off halfback and on the wing. His efficiency does let him down at times, but if he can fix that, he could be a dangerous player getting for nothing. So I love the addition of Riley Bonner from the Power, who is now a Saint. Happy with that pick. I was hoping we'd pick a key forward type, but Riley Bonner, of the experienced players that were carded, is probably one of the best options. So I don't mind that option there. Now, there were some Category B rookies, pre-listed rookies. Sydney have listed Indy Kirk, the son of Brett Kirk. West Coast have listed Coleman Livingston. Brisbane have signed Bruce Ravel, who played in their VFL side. And GWS Category B rookie Nathan Waters. Now, in the rookie draft, West Coast would pick Locke Rawlinson from Sturt the Sandful. North Melbourne selected Finbar Malley for the Northern Bull Ants in the VFL at Ruckman. Hawthorn relisted Cooper Stevens. Gold Coast selected Sam Closey from the Werribee VFL. That's 2 players in this draft period that have been selected from the Werribee Football Club in the VFL. They're a strong bloody team. I'm surprised there wasn't more. Fremantle with pick 5 selected Odin Jones from West Perth in the Waffle. Richmond passed to keep their pre-season supplementary periods and train on players open. Geelong selected another surprise, Emerson Jecker from the Hawks, who had just signed with the Bombers VFL side, who's now a cat utility that can play mainly as a key forward, pushed down as a defender late in the year for Hawthorn. It's interesting to see where Geelong play him. At pick 8, Essendon selected Vigo Vicentini from the Sandringham Dragons, a raw ruckman long-term project. Pick 9, Hawks Adelaide relisted Will Hamill. Bulldogs relisted Lachlan McNeil. Swans relisted Sam Reid. Melbourne relisted Jake Melksham. Pick 13, Port Adelaide selected Xavier Welsh from East Perth in the Waffle, a tall forward option. Pick 14, GWS relisted Adam Kennedy. With pick 15, Carlton selected Matt Carroll from the Sandringham Dragons, a wingman, and run off halfback. 16, Collingwood passed. North passed. Gold Coast with pick 18 selected Will Rowlands from Norwood in the Sandful. State League players in the under 18, 19-year-olds getting picked up in, a few mature age guys. Freo passed with 19. Adelaide with pick 20 relisted James Ballas, key defender. Western Bulldogs relisted Taylor Duray. Melbourne with pick 22 selected Kynan Brown, a father-son player. The Pies passed. And the final pick that was selected after the passes around it, with pick 24, Gold Coast selected former Roo Jack Marnie, the small forward. All right, interesting choice there. The former Roo gets another chance. So some names that didn't get mentioned, Tom Highmore, Jack Bytel. Unfortunately, haven't got another go, but they could all sign as preseason signings. James Stewart, Dan McKenzie, Jack Perris, and Aidan Bonner. Aidan Bonner and Jack Perris will sign on. All right, sorry, just someone messaged me. Gee, that always happens. All right, let's go through club by club, and I'm going to give them a grading, as I said, out of 10. All right, let's go. Start. with the Crows. So we'll go in alphabetical order, as we always do. So the Adelaide Crows, they drafted none other than Dan Curtin. They were certain on Curtin with pick 8, pick 21, Charlie Edwards, and pick 27, Oscar Ryan. Well, I love these moves for the Crows. I really do. Dan Curtin at pick 8 was a steal. They traded to get him. Oscar Ryan out of nowhere, running halfback from the Murray Bushrangers. And then, of course, with Charlie Edwards at pick 21, a tall mid from the Sandringham Dragons. Sandringham Dragons dominated this draft. For the Crows, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. The way they produced to get Dan Curtin was ballsy, smart. They got their man, and they are certain on Curtin, unlike some clubs. Now, so an 8 out of 10 for me for the Crows. Brisbane Lions, they drafted with pick 31, Logan Morris, a medium-sized forward from the Western Jets in the Victoria. Luke Lloyd, a medium tall. Zane Sako-Stalski with pick 51. Luke Lloyd was pick 42. And it's pick 64 from the Sandford. Reece Torrent, 18-year-old from the Sandford, as I said. Unknown types, some are project-type players. But for Brisbane, I mean, with the picks they had, I'm going to give them I'm going to give them a 5 out of 10. I was going to do a 6, but no, I'm going to stick with a 5. Carlton, they had just 2 selections in the main draft. They selected Ashton Moyer from South Australia, medium-sized forward at pick 29, and Billy Wilson, a wingman speedster, at pick 34. And then obviously in the rookie draft, they selected Matt Carroll, a winger that can run as well as a Carlton. Obviously targeted some speed there for a few of the picks from the Sandringham Dragons. For Carlton, for me, it's a really hard one to grade, honestly. I'll give them a 6. I think they were a tad better than Brisbane. So it was about on par, but I'll stick with that. Now the Pies, with their 2 picks, they selected Harry Di Matteo at pick 25, who the Saints are interested in, and Giath at pick 37. So for the Pies, who they didn't select in the rookie draft, so for me, they're the 2 players they picked up that might be keeping a guy in the preseason supplementary, bit to train on. For the Pies, I give them a 5 out of 10 as well. There's some good players there, though. The 2 players they did get. The Bombers, pick 10, they selected Nate Caddy. They trotted up to get him. Pick 39, Lamar Lowell, who 1 pick away from being a signing for the Bulldogs, so they were pissed off. And Archie Roberts, one of the many steals of this year's draft period, was ranked around the 20s. You get 54 is a good get for the Bombers. For the Bombers, I'm giving their draft period. And of course, Vigo Vicentini, they drafted in the rookie draft, developing ruckman from the Sandringham Dragons. For the Bombers, I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10. I think they did very, very well with the opportunities that they had. Fremantle with pick 35, they selected fellow Cooper Simpson, pick 41, Ollie Murphy, and pick 60, Jack Deline. Murphy, a key defender from the Sandringham Dragons. Cooper Simpson from the Dandenong Stingrays, can play mid, play forward, bit of power and speed. Jack Deline, a forward, small to medium-sized forward. I like the picks with the cards that Freo had. I like what they did. I question the Ollie Murphy one. I would love to hear from Fremantle why they selected Ollie Murphy truthfully. Did they select him because they thought he was too good to refuse? At pick 41, he was still available when he was touted around 15, 20, as early as pick 10. If they took him for that reasons, then I agree. But if they picked him purely because they feel like they needed key defenders, they're wrong. That's their best position of players they've already got in talent. Luke Ryan, Alex Pearce, Brennan Cox, Hayden Young, Heath Chapman. They've got so many guns in that position. That's their best position at the club where they're stockpiled for talent. They don't need key defenders. He's a developing tall anyway. But I would love to know the real reason. I would love to speak to Justin Longmuir or Peter Bell or David Walls, why they selected Ollie Murphy at that spot. But I'm going to take it off the basis of they just feel like he was too good to pass up on. So for the Dockers, for what the cards they had, I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. I think they've done all right. Now, Geelong. Pick 11, they picked up Connor O'Sullivan, a key defender from the Allies, a gun. Mitchell Edwards, one of the other steals, but he was a main steal of this year's draft at WA Ruckman at pick 32. Sean Manor, the Werribee gun, the 26-year-old star, kicked 6 goals and 26 disposals in the VFL Grand Final. Kicked over 30 goals for the season, averaged over 20 disposals a game. Absolute gun. I'm stoked for him. And Geelong got a bloody good one here in Sean Manor. Then at pick 58, they picked George Stevens, a gun, another gun. Rebels player who played for Geelong's VFL, like inside mid at 100 kilos. He's a bull. He's an inside bull. At pick 58, they've done bloody well, Geelong, and I don't like admitting it, but they've freaking done bloody well, and I'll get to their grading and why in a second. Pick 61 from Barwon Heads in the Bellarine Footy League in Geelong, Oliver Wiltshire. Out of nowhere, 55 goals for the season for Barwon Heads. Kicked 13 in a game against Mottawarri. An interesting selection. Could work, might not, but whatever. And a pick 63 from the Waffle, they selected 20-year-old Lawson Humphreys. Now, for Geelong Football Club, they just did very good. And then Emerson Jacker for the Hawks, from the Hawks, as a rookie selection. Pains me to say this, but for Geelong's draft period, I've given them a 10 out of 10. How can you not? Mitch Edwards, a gun ruckman that could have gone as early as pick 10. They get him in the 30s, okay, at 32. Connor O'Sullivan, who probably wasn't going to get, he was around the mark, but to get him is a bloody gun. Good selection. Sean Manor, the best player in all state leagues, tick. And he's who I would have picked, even around the range they did. George Stevens at 58 as well, like a guy that was potentially going to go as high as the 20s. Like, tick. That's 4 huge ticks. The other picks, whatever, but those 4 outweigh the other picks, no matter how bad. If you think the other 2 are crap or why bother type, 3 actually. These 4 are so much of a tick that's so good. Geelong fans, be happy with your draft period. An absolute nail, a tick of the box for Andrew Mackie and Stephen Wild and the crew down at Geelong. And that is a fact of life. Yeah. So they really did. It pains me to say this. I don't like Geelong. It's well documented. I don't. But they bloody nailed it there. They absolutely nailed it. Absolute guns. Now, for the trade period, in terms of the season, go down the bottom. I don't like you. Anyway, I've praised them enough. It feels I am okay, everyone. So 10 out of 10 for Geelong. God. Anyway, the Gold Coast Suns, pick 3, Jed Walter. Pick 9, Ethan Reid. Pick 14, Jake Rogers. Pick 26, Will Graham. That's the selections they did in the main draft. All their academy guys, guns, matched them, didn't go into deficit or anything. So that's a huge tick for them. Then in the rookie draft, they selected, where are we? They selected Sam. This is Sam Dacey who's already on the list, but here's a new player, Sam Closey from Werribee, in the defender who does well. Ethan Phillips can get picked up. I'm just realised I'm surprised from Port Melbourne. Sam Closey from Werribee VFL for Gold Coast. They also selected Will Rollins from the Sandford. Jack Martin listed small forward for the Gold Coast Suns purely because of the fact that they didn't really have to do anything substantial to lose the game. The academy guys, I'm going to give them a 10 out of 10 as well. 10 out of 10 for the Gold Coast Suns as well. I don't know. I don't know how you cannot. Guns they picked up in the main draft last night. And yeah, they've nailed it. 10 out of 10 for the Suns as well. GWS, pick 12 to Phoenix Gothard. Pick 17, James Leake. Pick 44, Joseph Fronti. Pick 59, Academy player Harvey Thomas. They redrafted Adam Kennedy, who's already on their list. So, yeah, another club that I feel like's done okay for the Giants with the cards they had. I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. I like the selections of Gothard and Leake. Harvey Thomas actually seems like a decent player as well. So I was going to think of giving him a 6, but now I have a little bit more thought on it. James Leake could be a good player as a medium-sized defending. Gothard forward mid, and he's from New South Wales, so you don't have that trouble of him leaving. And Harvey Thomas looks good as well, and Fonte looks okay. So 7 out of 10 for me for the Giants. The Hawks, pick 5, Nick Watson. Pick 19, Will McCabe, father-son. Pick 46, Bodie Ryan, the brother of Jacob Ryan from the Pies from SA as well. And pick 56, father, son, Kalsha Deer. For me, the Hawks, I feel like, then of course, in the rookie draft, they select relisted Cooper Stevens. So for me, the Hawks, I thought they did all right. I think I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10. Nick Watson, the Wizard, Will McCabe, good selections, but not so sure on the rest. So obviously, Bodie Ryan is a medium-sized defender as well. Played on Harley Reid, as I mentioned in the video last night. He had 3 goals kicked on him in 5 minutes or so in the first quarter of that game, SA vs Vic, but then held his own after that. But I'm not so sure on these picks. They're project types, they're speculative selections, so I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10, purely because I like Will McCabe and the Wizard, Nick Watson. All right, so next club to go through is the Melbourne Football Club. They only had 2 selections, and they redrafted Jake Melksham in the rookie draft. With pick 7, Caleb Windsor, and the man who loves the camera and got sunglasses, Colton Tholstrup, who I had on the podcast. I love those 2 selections for the Demons. Outside of relisting Jake Melksham, that's all they did, and Kynan Brown, a father-son. So for me, we can only really go off the 2 major picks they picked up, and they nailed both picks. So I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10 as well. For those 2 players, I really like them. Wingman, medium-sized forward for Colts, play half-back as well. And Caleb can play on the wing and run. And he's a powerful player as well. 7 out of 10 for me. They had more players around them. The grading might have been a little bit different. For the Roos, pick 2, Colby McKercher. Pick 4, Zane Dersma. Pick 20, Taylor Goda, young ruck. Will Dawson, a tall defender. Pick 23, Riley Hardiman from Perth, halfback, left footer. And then in the rookie draft, they selected Finbar Mully from the Northern Bullants in the VFL. It's good to see a club that struggles in the VFL have someone get drafted still. And then they passed after that. So, for me, the Roos, from the hand they had, I like McKercher, Dersma, and Hardiman in particular. So I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. Yeah, you could say that's harsh, but I think from the hand they had, they could have done a lot better. They could have got Dan Curtin, as far as I'm concerned. I'm still going to run by this. McKercher's a gun and the best mid in the comp with Reid. But I feel like they could have gotten Dan Curtin. So I might be a bit more harsh on them. With those 20s picks, I don't know, with Taylor Goad and Will Dawson. So I think they could have done better. Clubs around them in picks in the late 20s and start of the 30s did better than them than their picks in the 20s, to be honest. So I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10, the Roos. Actually, could even give them a 5. Now, the power. Again, different circumstances here. They had late picks. Pick 48. Please don't butcher it, Scoops. Pick 48. And apologies in advance, Thomas. Pick 48. Adelaide selected Thomas Anastopoulos. I think I got it. Hope I did. Sorry, Tom, if I didn't. From the Geelong Falcons, a small forward. They can play through the midfield as well. Pick 52. This may be biased, but Lockie Charlson from the Rebels. So pumped for Locke. Spoke to him as well. He's pumped to go join the Power. And I'm happy for him, and hopefully he can have a long, successful career there. Medium-sized forward, he kicked 8 goals, Port fans, in the Coates League 1 game, and kicked some bags of 4s and 3s as well a lot. So you got a good player there in Lockie Charlson. Pick 57, they picked Will Lorenz, a guy that was probably touted around the top 20 at the start of the year, then fell away for whatever reason. But with the picks they had, I'm going to give them a... I'm going to go 7 out of 10, purely for the fact, like with Melbourne, they didn't have much, but from what they got, they did their job. So I'll go that there. The Tigers, pick 40, they drafted Kane McAuliffe, North Adelaide midfielder, 187 centimetre mid, and pick 43, Liam Forkett. Also, sorry, too, I must add, too, that apologies, Port Adelaide in the rookie draft selected Xavier Walsh, East Perth from the waffle forward. So they did right, so 7 out of 10. Now, Richmond, they passed in the rookie draft. So the picks they had were the ones, those two I just said, Liam Forkett and Kane McAuliffe. So similar to Melbourne, but they're a bit more unknown. So I'm going to give them a 5 out of 10. Unknowns, can't really blame them, they didn't have many picks. But they should, but the Tim Taranto and Hopper trays are still burning them. Now, my Saints. Pick 18, drafted Darcy Wilson. Pick 28, Lance Collard. Pick 33, Angus Hasty. Pick 50, Hugo Garcia. And pick 62, the steal of the entire draft period for 2023. At pick 62, the Tasmanian booming left foot kicker, the 194-centimetre dashing defender, can play on talls, can play on smalls, he can run and he can kick a long, long ball, 60 to 65 metre range. That's not what just I said. That's what the commentator said last night on the call, on the draft coverage. People that actually know these players a lot better than a lot of you people. Absolute the steal of this draft. I don't care what people say. He was rumoured to go around the 20s, as early as 18-ish. To get him to 62, I understand he had some off-field indiscretions, which Sauce has outlined, at the time wasn't good enough. He has to repay, but Sauce rated him in the second round as well, and so did I. I had him at 22, 23 in mine. Great pickup. I love this pickup, Ari Showmaker. He'll be a fan favourite, and I'm a fan of his already. The booming left foot kit, Ari Showmaker, the steal of the entire draft. You had Mitch Edwards, you had Sean Manor, Archie Roberts, but this one, Ari Showmaker, is the steal of this entire draft period for 2023 at pick 62 for the Saints. The heist of the century. The Saints have done the heist of the century 2 years in a row. Last year, they did it with my man Mateus, all aboard the Filippo train. And then this year, they did it with Ari Showmaker. Go, Ari. Right. And then for the Saints in the pre-season draft, they selected Riley Bonner, a former Pollard player. 96 game, experienced player, mature age player, can play wing, play halfback. He's got a booming left foot kick as well. So obviously the Saints have targeted speed, run, and kicking power, and they've addressed it. I'm surprised he didn't go for a key forward, but like Gold Coast and like Geelong, the Saints are getting a 10 out of 10. They could not do anything wrong in this draft period that they've done. They bloody nailed it, and I'm pumped with those all selections. If I'm being honest, Hugo Garcia was the one I didn't know too much about. I needed to do the commentary on the call. So from the call to Cannons, can run as well. So he'll be a good selection, along with Angus Hasty from the Falcons, a medium-sized defender. He's got a good kick on him as well. Lance Collard, the X-Factor, small forward from WA, loves to get goals. 5 bags of 3 goals throughout the season. In the last 5 weeks, he kicked 3 bags of 5 goals. So love it. Love this selection. And Darcy Wilson, he can run and run and run all day. And he's a decent kick as well. He can play up forward if need be. So I love the selections for the Saints at 10 out of 10. The Swannies. All right, where are we? They picked up with pick 16, Will Green, a ruckman. Pick 24, Caden Cleary, matched a bid from the Pies. And pick 53, Patrick Snell. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I like Caden Cleary, though. And Will Green could be one of the best young rucks in this crop this year. So I'm going to go 6 out of 10. I could have gone a 5, but I've gone 6. All right. Your ears are not mistaken. The Eagles, with pick 1, selected Harley Reid. Then with their next pick, they selected Archer Reid at pick 30. Just to stress, people, yes, they're both from Victoria, but they are not related. They have no affiliation with each other outside of now joining the same club. Archer Reid, a key forward. Harley Reid, one of the generational players, as people say. He's a gun. And he'll do very well there. He got the number 9 from Nick Nat. So he'll do well there. Archer Reid, likewise, I think he'll do all right. Clay Hall, a defender, 38, a pick 38, like the pick for them. And Harvey Johnston from the Sandringham Dragons, who's played for Sandringham Zebras and St Kilda's VFL Alliance. I played a couple of games there. Did all right there. Good year for the Sandy Dragons. And happy for Harvey to go join the Eagles at pick 49. For me, the Eagles, I want to go, then again in the rookie draft, they selected Locke Rollinson from Sturton the Sandful, and that was it. They had a pre-draft Category B signing, Cohen Livingston. So for me, the Eagles, I'm giving them bugger it. I'm giving them a 9 out of 10. I think they did really well, the Eagles. No, I like it. The final club to go through is the Western Bulldogs. At pick number 6, they selected Riley Sanders, the gun mid, who wrecks the ball at the disposals up for fun. Pick 15, Jordan Croft, father-son bid from Swans, bidded on him. Pick 45, Joel Frazier. Pick 47, developing ruckman Lachlan Smith, which I outlined last time, which I can get to in a second. And pick 55, Aidan O'Driscoll, the brother of Freo pair, Emma O'Driscoll from the Dockers AFLW side and Nathan O'Driscoll from the Freo men's side. Aidan is a small forward and will join the Bulldogs. Now, I'm going to give the Bulldogs a 6 out of 10. But one thing I want to leave you with, Lachlan Smith. I mentioned on last night's video, but I'm mentioning it again. Is this them pre-planning for Tim English leaving? It's definitely showing that he's no certainty to sign. Doesn't mean he's not signing, but they already got those Tim English. But then you got backup options already. You got Roy Lobb, you got Sam Darcy that can play in those positions. You got other ruckmen there at the club. Not many options, but they do. Is this them pre-planning for no Tim English after next year? I wonder. I really, really wonder. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the like button. More videos to come and more posts to go. I hope you enjoyed the coverage throughout this draft period. But we've still got plenty of videos to come and interviews to go. The AFLW draft, the AFL trade period, AFLW trade period and co. And all the best 22s and everything. I'll do ladder predictions and everything like that in between. Opinionated videos, etc. So stay tuned for all the content 24/7. Thank you all. There's no off season for me. Thank you. Go Saints. Irish Shoalmaker, the heist of the century. Go Saints. And all aboard the Philippo train. And acknowledge me, the one.